Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Through the Glass Table. I'm Ismael Bustamante.
And I'm Everett Walker, and today we'll be reviewing Terminator Grannysmith. Don't laugh!
Sorry, Genisys. He meant Genisys.
My whole life I prepared my son to lead humanity in the fight against the machines.
On this night, we take back our world!
But there was one thing I could never prepare him for.
The machines tried to rig the game.
Terminator Grannysmith tells the story of a film within a film in which yet another thirsty movie studio tries desperately to resurrect the dying and diseased corpse of the Terminator franchise.
Yeah, and in that movie is a clusterfuck of time travel in which Kyle Reese goes back in time to protect Sarah Connor, who's played by Emilia Clarke, who keeps reminding us that she doesn't need him because of feminism.
So Ismael, what did you think of Terminator Grannysmith?
This is one of those moments where I really want to say something good about the movie, but I completely hated it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It wasn't even that bad. It's just another freaking movie that wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good either, and it's just there's nothing much to say about it.
For sure, one of the things I loved about the movie was like the homage clips that they kept having, like especially from the beginning. I like how they integrated that as part of their new storyline. But it wasn't enough to keep my attention.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was nice to see a lot of those, 80s visuals and early 90s visuals. From the first two movies, it was very heartwarming to see. And I have to say, despite my feelings for this movie, the one thing that I was so excited to see throughout this whole movie, and it was just nice to see him again, was Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was great. He was himself. He was himself. The thing that I didn't like the most about this movie was the lackluster cast. I just feel like everyone was phoning it in, especially Courtney. There was this scene where he's like arguing with Sarah Connor, and he literally like calls her name out, like, "But Sarah," and it was very just like it was very soap opera-y.
I don't understand why it didn't play off well for Emilia Clarke around this time, because she is like phenomenal in Game of Thrones.
See, you're telling me that, and I wouldn't know from this movie. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but is she good in that?
She's really good in that, but well, I'm thinking it was because she plays this kind of feeble, like I want to show the world that I can do it all on my own kind of Sarah Connor, which is really weird because Linda Hamilton didn't need any of that. She was already like, she knew who she was. Exactly. But I don't know. It's just every time like she was on like just like a rant in the movie. It just reminded me of like when she would yell in like Game of Thrones, or when she would yell like "my dragons," whatever it was. You have a phenomenal actor as J.K. Simmons, and you don't even utilize him. Like he is so underdeveloped as a character that they couldn't even give him a full name. He's just named O'Brien, like his last name. Yes, he's just he has a name, but they just go by him as O'Brien most of the time, and it's just like, wow. Like this guy won the best, supporting actor award for Whiplash, and he's just like, he just says like two lines, or like "damn cyborgs" or whatever, that one little line he says, and it's just like, what the fuck?
The biggest problem in this movie, and it's so distracting, and it's so many points. This will probably
I got it. It's the plot. Is the big plot. It's just so confusing. What made the first two films successful was that time travel is a vehicle to tell a story.
Exactly.
It doesn't become the story. Time travel was always a way to explore like the humanity within like the T-101.
And there were so many moments in this when I had you pause the video where we would just like, I would have to ask you, so is Sarah Connor from 1985 in the 1972 version of the second movie, which is the B story of the 2017? And it's just like, I shouldn't have to do that to watch the freaking movie. I can't even tell you what happened because I was still trying to catch up throughout the whole movie. And there's all movies that involve time travel, like you said, they throw that time travel device out there and they tell a story. Back to the Future doesn't. Maybe the second one can be accused of that, but the first one and the third one, they tell you a time travel, this is why he's going back in time, and then they just tell a really nice story. Snowballing off of that is, since everything is so confusing in this movie, there's just a terrible way in which they explain all these things. There's so much exposition. It's so distracting. It literally is scenes of people sitting in cars or in caves or in homes, just explaining the plot, and it's so bad. It's just like amateur. It's so amateur.
What's you know, I think unforgivable is that you didn't really need to do that, especially with the explanation that this is a alternate timeline using like jargon of like Nexus Point and all this other crap that you don't need to tell.
So Ismael, what would you give Terminator Grannysmith Genisys?
Nostalgia tells me to give it a 2 out of 5, but that's being generous for me.
Okay. I think that I would give it I want to give it a 3 just because Arnold was there.
I know, I love Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold's, you know...
Make no mistake, Arnold Schwarzenegger is Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie. They did a good job of using him. But I would have to probably say a 2. A 2 out of 5.
Oh, we agree.
Yeah, 2 out of 5. It just wasn't good. It wasn't bad.
It was just there.
Yeah, actors phoning it in. Special effects phoning it in. So, but that makes me excited because I don't know if you guys know, but in 3 more years, the rights to Terminator reverts back to James Cameron. So maybe we'll get a real continuation of this film series. But
hopefully.
Yeah. So, thank you for watching today. We hope you guys enjoyed our video. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments that you want. We'll leave links to our Facebook and Instagram at the bottom of the screen, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.